Hi, my name is Rodman Sykes. I'm a commercial fisherman out of Point Judith, Rhode Island. I have owned a 68-foot trawler, the Virginia Maurice. I've been in the business since 1970. It's my 50th year. We have a variety of fish that we catch here in Point Judith. The more we can educate the public to eat these different types of fish like scup, butterfish, squid, whiting, sea bass, the more opportunities we will have. The reason I feel that the citizen science projects that are being conducted right now are important to our industry is because they create opportunities for us fishermen to sell fish that we normally don't have good markets for.
Eating with the Ecosystem and the University of Rhode Island launched the Eat Like a Fish Citizen Scientist Research Project in order to understand the availability and the diversity of local seafood in our New England seafood marketplace. Eating like a fish means eating whatever is available to you in your local waters. We wanted to know how much of the seafood available to New England consumers in New England markets is actually local, and how well does it match the composition of species produced actually in our local waters. In order to do this, we sent 86 citizen scientist volunteers out into the marketplace in search of 52 different New England seafood species. Some of these were New England classics like cod and lobster and scallops, while others were a little less familiar to the typical consumer, such as skate and dogfish, scup, razor clams, and sea robin. For 26 weeks, our citizen scientists received a fish list of 4 randomly generated New England species, and they were sent up to 3 markets each week in search of their species. Once at the market, they recorded whether or not their fish were available, and then if they found one or more of their species, they decided which one they wanted to take home, and they recorded their experiences cooking and eating their fish.
New England's marine ecosystem is very diverse, productive, and dynamic. These attributes are largely derived from its location at the confluence of cold northern waters in Labrador Sea and warm southern waters and warm Gulf Stream waters to the east as they're carried along our coast. In order to manage fish populations sustainably, knowledge of the productivity of each species is essential. The total amount of biomass grown in each year by a species is known as its production. Some scientists argue that harvesting each species in proportion to its production can help by minimizing ecosystem impacts and therefore maximizing human yield from the ecosystem.
So, time and time again, our citizen scientists were able to find the classic New England seafood species, such as lobster, cod, sea scallops, spectral clams, haddock, and yet while searching for other very plentiful and abundant species in our oceans, such as dogfish, butterfish, scup, or whiting, they frequently struck out. And so what we're seeing is there's this mismatch between what species are actually being produced in our local oceans and what we're actually eating.
So my experience trying to find my assigned species was that I did struggle a bit trying to find my species, especially the ones that are generally less common to us. While I was mostly successful each week in locating at least one of the species that were assigned to me, it was usually because I was able to find just the one that was the most common of the 4 for the week, something like a lobster or an oyster, or because the marketplaces that I was visiting were really accommodating to me and willing to go out of their way to purchase a less common species from their wholesaler, something that's usually available to them, but they don't often purchase and bring to their marketplace because when they do, there's next to no demand for it.
So what would it take for you guys to sell more local species in your marketplace?
Maybe give people the knowledge of how to prepare the fish and cook and clean it, taste it, and educate people how to eat it, pretty much.
Steps you can take. Learn what seafood is local. Eat a diversity of different local species. Branch outside your comfort zone. Try something new. When you don't see local species available, ask for them. Be adaptable. Ecosystems change, so should your diet.